Okay, welcome to spring and the unboxing of an Eheim canister filter. This is the 4 Plus range. It's the professional 600 and it's a canister that does 600 litre tank, although I'd say probably a 300 litre tank, 350 litre tank is where you want to be sitting with that, especially with our stocking densities. Cool, so this is the filter itself. We're going to pull it out of the box. Comes really well packaged, everything arrived in excellent condition. It's got 4 clips on the side to hold the lid in place. It's already loaded with all the media, you just need to give it all a wash. Very happy with it. This is the easiest filter I've ever set up. It's a spray bar, we don't use those because it restricts the flow too much. One of the things I didn't like about it was the quality of the piping pinched off. So it's quite important to make sure that you can unpinch it and make sure that it doesn't pinch off and restrict the flow later. So here we've got a bunch of suction clips to hold the pipe work in place and the filter grid. So the actual filter itself has got a good set of instructions. It's sometimes a little bit hard to follow, but the filter setup is so easy you don't really need it. So at the top we've got the in and out water flow and a switch. Switch it in the on position, water flows in and out the filter. Here's a little turn a rheostat to adjust how much flow rate goes through, and then the big red button in the front that you can use to disengage the piping to take it out and clean it when you have to. So a really good system. Switch in the off position, push that red button in and the hoses slide out, allowing you to take the filter out. It's got 4 clips that unclip from the bottom, so it's important to flick it out from the bottom and then open them up. And we've got the pre-filter section, so that's pour it foam basically. Then just to grab the 2 little handles, lift the top polishing and biological out. Finally the next biological, and then 2 mechanical filtration, so easy cleaning mech filters. Now I like those mech filters because they are easy cleaning. You put them in a bucket of water, swirl them around, pour the water out once or twice, and you're good to go. Put them back in place and bang, you're ready for the biological filtration. So we're just giving it a good rinse off. So this has got pores and a central line cut through the center of it, and then finally we've got the beads. Now the beads are all rounded, and I assume would then create a lot smaller spaces and therefore more surface area. So we put the polishing pad back on the top of that, put that in place, make sure it's nice and snug so you don't get water escaping. Put the medium grade biofilter in, finally the polishing and high grade bio, and finally the mech filter. Now you can see on the left hand side or the right hand side there's a slight little adjustment, so you just need to make sure that that turning dial actually fits into the locking plate, allowing you to restrict and to increase the flow. Cool, so I hope that all makes sense. Put it back in place, make sure it's sealed up nice, clip it in place. Cool, we're clipping in the pipe work, and then we can just cut and adjust it as necessary. So you've just got a little locking plate that goes on the top of that locks those hoses in so someone doesn't pull it out. All in all, a really nice, easy, simple design. Really happy with the filter. Man, it does a good job. Just pushing the top button sucks water into the filter, which allows you to escape the air. Very, very easy setup. Loved it. Look forward to showing you this on the tank it's being used on. Creating natural looking aquariums that are easy to maintain.